Hello everyone, how are we? Trav here with another video. It's been a couple of weeks, so time for a review. Put the vote out on the Facebook group to see what you guys wanted. A whole bunch of coins to go through. We'll see how many I can get through. In a reasonable time. I don't want this video to go on forever. I will put timestamps in the comment section of the video so you can skip to the coins that you're interested in. Alright, so first one up, they got the most votes. So Gravity Finance. So this is what it looks like. If you want to chart this, it's not on TradingView. You'll have to go to Dex Guru. That's the website there, dex.guru. This is the entirety of the chart. It's only been around since May. This was the day that they launched. And it was also the day that the market tanked in May. So, you know, the timing of the launch of this coin was probably the worst. You couldn't have picked a worse day to do it. But anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, so it looks sort of pump and dumpy. That's because of the nature of the coin. So the coin itself is the ecosystem token of the Gravity Finance DEX. And the guys that are running it are giving 80% of the entire supply to the community, right? So they're doing that via liquidity mining. So you provide liquidity into the pools, so these ones here, and the APRs on these pools are, you know, they're really, really good. So, but you know, with really high rates comes lots of farm and dumping, right? So as you can see here, like in this section here, they released a few new upgrades to the site, so everybody got excited and started buying in and joining the new pools and whatever. But since then, it's just been get the rewards and then, you know, sell them. So you'll have people that are collecting the rewards and then locking them in this pool here, which is a single-sided staking pool. Then you'll have people that are farming these pools, collecting the gravity rewards and selling half of them, and then putting, you know, like with this pool, for example, you're going to sell GFI rewards, half of them for USDC, and then put them back in the pool and compound and then get more rewards. But you might also be the sort of farmer that wants to be a stablecoin farmer, so you'll get the GFI rewards, sell all of it, half for USDC and half for you Tether, and then put it back into here. So because GFI is, you know, the reward token, it's being sold quite aggressively. So I mean, without new fundamentals, so new releases or new upgrades, you're going to see this going down and down and down and down. The people that have been in it for a while, though, that have been farming since the start, they're well in profit. I mean, these rates are really, really good. So especially these ones here, these stablecoin farms, there's no impermanent loss because, you know, it's like for like. And the rates are really competitive. Like if you look at Curve and... what's another one? Like Saber over in on Solana, the rates are very much in the 20s. So a similar rate there. But yeah, until there's some fundamental news coming out, this chart will continue to go down and down and down. So if you're holding Gravity, you should be staking it or farming with it. Otherwise you will just get diluted, because over time the coin is being handed out to the community via, you know, this method here, using the liquidity farming. The project itself is quite healthy. The Discord is really active. The guys that are running it are in there every day. There's always conversations going on. The morale is very high. They keep everybody informed of what's going on. So, you know, I've got no issue with the project itself. It's just par for the course, really. If you want to distribute a token, 80% of your supply to community, you need to do it somehow. So it's being done via liquidity farming. So this is the sort of chart that you get. Like, this is not the only project that it's happened to. Step Finance did a similar thing where they, let's have a look at the Step chart. They did a similar thing where they released all of their supply all at once. And, it just got hammered, right? So the APR was really, really high, and, farmers were just collecting the token and then selling it off. So, but, it got down to here, and then the emissions stopped. So the liquidity farming program had finished. So they distributed the token to all the community. And then since then, they've just been releasing more upgrades to their protocol. And because there isn't as much rewards being farmed and sold, the price has gone up. So I think Step is on the list, actually, so we might as well continue on with it. Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle. All right, so while we're talking about it, so they had that initial liquidity mining. So like the all-time high price for Step is, if you really want to go up here, it's like $8, $7, but back then there wasn't much supply, because it was coming out via the liquidity farming. Will we get back there again? Maybe. I don't really know, because the amount of coins in circulation back here is vastly different to what is over here. But the chart itself is quite bullish, though. So you got this structure. I don't know if you'd want to call it a bull flag or a pennant or something, but we've definitely broken out of it. Step has this habit of hitting a dollar mark and then just getting rejected. It's happened so many times, here and here and here and here and almost here and down again and here and then down again. So it's now or never for Step. But Step Finance is it's a good project. Their Discord is always active. Morale's high again. Every Wednesday they have a release schedule of what they've done in the past week, and it's usually, like a whole bunch of bug fixes or new releases. They're presenting in Lisbon at the moment at that Solana event, so no doubt there'll be some good news coming out of that over the next few days. So, targets for this, if this breaks out further, so I'm not super confident at the moment, only because of past history with it being around the dollar. But if it did, then, first targets would be here and second targets would be about $1.50. So, after that, you're looking at maybe $2. So, it's, what's it now? It's only 7:30. This is the daily. We got a bullish engulfing here. We want to stay. We want to close up here. Like, if this comes back and closes down here, it's tried and failed. Tried and failed too many times. We want to have a strong close for it to have a continuation. I still hold a bag of this. If price starts to fall down here, I will just get rid of it because it's not doing anything. The thing that I'm acutely aware of with any of these Solana-based tokens is its price versus Solana itself, and they're all terrible. All the ones that I've looked at are terrible. So this is Step token priced in Solana, and it's not going up, meaning that the Solana token is increasing in price faster than Step is. So, if you're going to buy Step, you would say, well, why would you do that if Solana is going up faster than the Step, right? Here we've got a bullish engulfing on the daily. Like, hopefully it keeps going and, we get this. Because if we don't, then I'm certainly not going to be buying any more step, because why would I? I can just buy more Solana. It's going to go up faster if I want to buy something in the Solana ecosystem, right? Next coin, Harmony One. Whoa, okay. Harmony One, look at this. Lovely, lovely. As you can probably tell, I do these things live. I haven't looked at this chart at all, so all this is brand new. The top's technically there, but it's bouncing off to 20. Now Harmony One, I don't know too much about it. There's so many coins, I can't track them all. I wish I could. Wish I had more time. But Harmony One, I think, has a liquidity mining program. I could be wrong. Trouble is, every chain has a liquidity mining program at the moment. But this chart is really bullish. You can see that it's had a cup and handle breakout, and then just break and retest. So now we're up to another one here. It's back at the 618 and the 20 EMA. It's bouncing quite nicely. It's in... that doesn't really show so much. Get rid of that. So it's in price discovery mode. Yeah, everything's good with this one. I like that. How much is it up? 52. It's probably more than that. Probably didn't measure it enough. Let's go see where everything took off in July. It's up 5-6x. Nice. What's the market cap of Harmony One? Is it just one? Number 62 on the list. Market cap of 3. Market cap of 3. Okay. I don't know what the TVL is. Anyway, 61. Still got room to move, so that's good. Yeah, this is really good. I like this one. If you hold it, keep holding. If you want to enter, I would have some limit buys around here, maybe a stop here, and you want to hope that your targets would probably be around 45 cents, around there for the first lot. So something like that. Because what you want to see is a zigzag. You want this zigzag that's happening here to keep going. You want that to be nice and healthy. What you don't want to see is something that deviates from the mean by a lot. Oh, so much stuff. Go away. Cancel. What you don't want to see is like price goes and then goes vertical, right? You don't want, you don't want that, because it's unhealthy. It's unsustainable. So what will happen is that people start selling vigorously here, and then it'll dump back down, and then you'll try and hopefully get something like that. So similar to what happened with Solana. So back here, so it went up really, really fast and then dumped really, really hard. So like a 50% pullback from its high, and then it had to consolidate for a while and then break. Whereas if it sort of just meandered its way up, it would have been, a lot better. But let's go back to Harmony One. That's what you want. Actually, while we're talking about we can talk about Bitcoin for a second, just quickly. What we don't want let's say the target for Bitcoin is 100K. Put in the line. We want it to do this, right? We want it to do that, because that means there's more potential for it to keep going. Because if we went straight vertical to 100K, it's going to get dumped, right? The difference, like if it takes like 2 weeks to get to 100K, it gets there too fast and people will just take profit and dump it. Whereas if it sort of meanders its way up there, gets there slowly, the market has time to absorb it, right? And then it'll just keep going. Whereas this is way too quick. So you don't want that. So fingers crossed that we get something like that. Maybe even like this, up and back, and then up and back, and then like that. So what I don't want is a super rocket getting us there. That would be really bad. There probably will be a blow off top, but I'd rather it be above 100K. Now, after Harmony 1, Solana was the next one. We've talked about that one briefly. For me, it's pretty simple. I mean, I've tweeted about this and posted about this already. Solana is in a bull pennant. The measured move for the bull pennant is about 320. So if I had to guess, it's probably like this, and then another one, and then we're there. Other than that, like once we get here, I really got nothing else. I don't know how much further we can go. I didn't think that we would get this far, to be honest. The sheer speed that we got to 200 was worrying. I was hoping for this, and that's what we got. So this big consolidation here was the platform for us to keep going. But once we get to here, I haven't got anything else. So it really depends on what happens in this area. So if we get another, like if this shoots up and then sort of does another triangle pattern, great, and then we can do another measured move off that and go up some more. But you know, it's starting to get really overextended. You know, people calling for 400 and 500 and 1,000, and I'm just like, oh, I've got PTSD from 2017 with everybody making all these ridiculous calls. My finger is on the button to sell this at any moment, so it is going really well. The chart is strong. You've got the Solana event in Lisbon right now, so there's going to be a ton of amazing news come out of that, and everybody's going to be hyped. Like all of the Solana devs, they're all going to be hyped and pumped up, and they're going to be networking, and they're going to be, you know, talking to the, you know, Anatoly and all the other Solana guys, and they're going to sharing ideas, and you know, the space is going to move forward really fast. You're going to see a lot of announcements coming out of that event, so it's going to be a good thing for the whole Solana ecosystem. So we may see another push come as a result of that. So I think that's about it for Solana. Let's go the next one, which is LRC. Let's use the Bitfinex chart. Right, so this pump here was because of, if I remember correctly, the GameStop news. So GameStop are using Loopring for their NFTs. So is this the best chart to use? It looks a bit gappy. Oh, there's a Binance one. Let's use that. There we go. A bit better. Now, yeah, so all of this is due to the GameStop news. So that's really good. And it hasn't retraced that much. So that's great. The week, see the volume here is really strong. Everything's looking good. Move that up a bit to about there. Now the move itself, we're almost at a 50% move on the pullback. Now, see, the problem with trading this part here is that there's nothing to the left. There's no structure at all. There's no structure until you get down to here, which is, you know, almost kind of the 618. Like, let's see, like from the entire move from the bottom, it's kind of the 618. Like from this impulse move here, it's a little bit above it. Like if you put this line to where the tip, like the wick is of here, it lines up with the 618. So it wouldn't surprise me if it came back to here, to the golden fib mark. It would still be bullish. Like the moving averages are way down here. So, you know, it could mean revert all the way back. So as this comes down, these moving averages are going to go up, and they all could converge here at this support 618 area. So this is zigzagging down, so this is like lower highs and lower lows, so this could keep going down and down. Yeah, I mean, this little section here is pretty bearish, like that rejection wick there especially. So it's tried to come up, it's just been rejected. There's massive bearish engulfing here, and it's still going down. It wouldn't surprise me if it just sort of collapsed back down to here. If it does, you want to see bullish action here at this point to keep going up. All of this was fundamentally driven, so if any news comes out and says that the whole game deal, the GameStop deal has been scuttled, or there's bugs, or there's errors, or something bad has happened because of that, price is just going to fall all the way back down. So keep your ears to the ground on that. But other than that, the chart is, yeah, it's bullish as, like, heaps of volume on the breakout. It's good. And it hasn't immediately dumped off. So, yeah, great. Next one, Fantom. Which chart are we going to use? Let's use the Binance chart. So this is similar to Harmony 1, I think. Yeah. Maybe not as bullish. Oh, yeah. Same, similar. So Fantom have got a liquidity mining program just like Avalanche does. There's a nice rejection there of previous support resistance from over here. So yeah, everything's pretty good. Higher highs, higher lows. It's just trading level by level. Good. Keep going. Buying here is in a bit of no man's land. If it comes back down to here, you can add in some more. The trend line is following the 50 EMA. Things are good. Volume's dropping off though, so you know, I don't know if that's people getting bored with Fantom or what. So I mean, all of this is driven by the liquidity mining program. So if the farming over on Fantom starts to, you know, not be as good as it used to be, people will remove their liquidity and move it to other chains, which, you know, could have negative effects on this chart fundamentally. But just technically, yeah, it's still bullish. It's good. The weekly though, that doesn't look great actually. This one here is a big exhaustion candle, so you want to make sure that this candle closes like this at least. Ideally you want it to be green, but we will see. AVAX is next on the list. Let's go back to the daily. Now AVAX got a new all-time high yesterday, actually this morning when it wicked up. It's come back a tad, just a little bit. Here's the previous all-time high close. So you see it's double topped at the moment, right? I'm farming on Avalanche, so I've got first-hand knowledge of the chain. It's really good. Like the fees are a little high, relatively speaking. So I'm paying like between 10 cents and 30 cents per transaction, depending on what I'm doing. But you know, it's okay. You know, it's not Solana cheap, but it's all right. It's not Polygon cheap either. Polygon's way cheaper. But Polygon, you have to muck with your gas, whereas Avalanche, you don't. So you just click sign and it just works. So it's kind of like Solana in a way, where you just click sign and it just works. Except Solana, you're not paying, like you're paying 1/100th of a cent in transaction fees, where Avalanche you're paying 10 to 20 or 30 cents. Like Curve is really expensive in terms of transaction costs. Their smart contracts are really complicated, so it uses a bit more gas. So Avalanche is all good. It's double topped. Wouldn't surprise me if it filled this here. I mean, this is the overall trend. We've gone up sharply. It could mean revert back to here. We didn't really come back and test this previous swing high properly. It came back down to here, so it might do that. I mean, that would still be okay for me. As long as it doesn't fall below trend, we're fine. I'm farming AVAX, so I hold that. I'm not buying it because, I don't need to, because I'm farming it via Curve. Curve pools. I'm farming this, so so it could do a cup and handle, actually. Just looking at it now, it could do this, back, and then go. So that's like a cup and handle sort of shape. So there is nothing bearish about this chart. Everything is good. I guess the only bearish thing I could see would be like a double top, right? But, again, these things could turn into a cup and handle. This also looks like a inverse head and shoulders. So up here like this. So, yeah, lots of bullish things. More bullish things than bearish things. Next. Step. No, we did that one. Next on the list after that. Ethereum. Ooh, okay. Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's at all-time highs, so, nothing wrong with that. So we're in price discovery mode now for Ethereum, so it's hard to do TA on it. It's really all about measured moves and things. It's just been straight up since like the 25th of September, just up, just vertically up, pretty much. I really don't know what else to say with this one. It's up. If you hold it, continue to hold it. I guess the only thing that I would say is that, coins that are in, the top 10, you're not going to get much more out of in terms of multiples. So all the ETH maxis are calling for like 10K, right? So let's say it does get to 10K. That's only a double from here. So what, you're going to buy Ethereum and then double your money at the end of the year? Whoop-de-doo, right? It's the same with Bitcoin or, even Solana. Like if you buy Solana from here, it might get to 500, but that's only a double. Like if you're looking for multiples, like big multiples, and you're not going to use leverage, then you need to be looking for coins, lower in the market cap rankings. But, there's nothing wrong with having a bag of Ethereum. I mean, it's just following the 20 EMAs so well. That's this light blue line here. It's just bouncing. Every time it hits it just bounces off it and keeps going. It looks like it wants to bounce again and go. Let's move this up a bit. It's just hit support, bounce, support turns resistance, hit support again, go. Not really much more to say, really. Because we're in price discovery, it's just all measured moves and fib targets now. And round numbers. Like once it gets to 5K, there'll be a celebration and the maxis will go off, and then hopefully it doesn't, like you really want it to short squeeze through there and keep going, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Origin Trail. The hero from the last video. Let's go Bittrex. Has that got the good chart? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Origin Trail had some good news because they got listed on Coinbase, and there's some other good news coming out. But I don't follow the project that well, so I can't remember what it is. But yeah, so it's done that pump. So this is similar to Loopring. So it's had a news event, it's pumped it, and the hype from the news has died down, and then people who have taken profit here, because I mean that from here to here was it tripled in price in a day. So unsurprisingly, people started selling. Your portfolio triples in a day, of course you're going to sell. So now we're at this point where, so it's past the golden ratio now. If you run it from the very bottom, where are we? The golden fib is basically where this TA is here. Let's go to the weekly. This is not. Is that really the longest chart? I thought there was a longer one. Oh yeah, there's a longer one. It still doesn't really give us much. So yeah, so there's no structure over here to bounce off. It's all fib work now. So it really wants to start to turn around now. Otherwise, it's probably going to come back to $1.40. What does it look like on the Bitcoin chart? Similar pattern. Here's the bump, so maybe there. Wouldn't surprise me if it got back to here. If you didn't sell like 2 days ago, then it's probably not worth it, because it could bounce. See, we're almost at that point where it's about to bounce. So these wicks here, there's like a bear div here as well. Like this exhaustion candle, massive, almost a swing failure. Then you've got a bear div here. Might be hard to see on the video, but there is a bear div right here. So price is going up, RSI is going down. The profit size indicator has got this big golden Pepe thing too. So, but that's extra confidence for me. But just from a price action sort of thing, we got this big high test candle rejecting the Bollingers. It's also a bear div. And, after a news event, classic exhaustion where people have just, the news is coming out, oh yeah, celebrate. And then some people are going, holy shit, my portfolio's just tripled. I think I'm going to take some profit. And that just pushes everything down. So what you want to see now is bouncing here. Because if it falls below this line, then the momentum's gone. So this news event that came out has killed the momentum, and then it won't go up. There's the overall trend. So you want it to keep, even if it did this, even if it just like slow and then start to go up again like that, that'll be fine. That happens all the time. So if it falls below here though, no good. Half an hour. It's been half an hour. What do we got? We'll do a couple more. Iota is next on the list. Right. Kind of reminds me of Serum's chart, actually. Let's have a look. Right. So it's stuck. So here's the thing with Iota. It needs to... if you want to enter this, I wouldn't be entering it here. It could easily just do that and fall. So better off entering at that point and going up. But it's going to get squeezed over the next few days. Maybe, well, that's a bit of a gap there. So maybe a week or two. I'm not sure of the fundamentals on Iota. There might be something good. Like the RSI is just dead flat, so the market's just like meh, not bullish, not bearish. It's just been going sideways for a long time. It's been trying to break $1.45, but it's failed miserably like 1, 2, 3 times. Even failed over here too. So it has broken out from this one though, so it's bounced, come back, rejected, and gone up. But this key level here, this is all important. So this is getting squeezed. You want to play the break either side. Next is Vet. Let's look at Vet on the Vechain. Right, that's what you got. Similar thing to Iota. This could easily just do that. So you don't buy resistance. There's not enough volume to warrant a breakout. Like historically, it's just like nobody's trading it. Like relatively speaking, right? There's more volume on other pairs, so it's better to wait for it to come up, then go down, and then buy. Like I said, I'm not sure on the fundamentals. So I don't know what's going on project-wise, but it's one of those ones that have been around for a while. It looks like it's trying to break out though. It looks like it's trying to here. If this 4 hour can close up here, it'll be really good signs. Not something I'm interested in trading right now until I see a confirmation. Somebody wants Woof. All right, so we're gonna have to go to. Aldrin, one of the Solana dexes, and have a look at that. All right, so this is Woof. Woof is a dog meme coin on Solana. The thing about Woof is that it is highly traded. Like its volume is in the millions of dollars per day. It's one of the most traded coins actually. So out of all the meme coins, it's the most traded. It flip-flops between this one and Samo. But the community is very big. There's like, I think there's like 14,000 people or something. And they recently burnt. I think it was like 90% or 98% of their supply or something. And they also did a generative NFT drop for people that had 1 million tokens. So there was this buying frenzy before it got listed. So this isn't actually the start of the chart. It actually keeps going. So Aldrin sort of picked it up later. So there's this buying frenzy, and all these people got these NFTs, and they were actually really good. The algorithm that they used to make the pictures was really good. So all those were airdropped. But the art on them was really good. So the community is really hyped. They're happy. There's always lots of conversation. It's really well organized. They try and do Twitter raids and YouTube raids and TikTok raids all the time, where they go, like if anybody's talking about Shiba or some other sort of meme coin, they say, hey, go buy Wolf token as an alternative, right? But just from a TA perspective, it's certainly really, really bullish. Let's get rid of this line. I hate it. Lines. Right. So it's broken out. It took a while from about a week. Yeah, this is the hourly chart. So it's taken about a week. It's broken up. Broke out this morning. It's come back and it's bounced off. Market cap on this, I think from memory, is like 40 million. So it's tiny. So in terms of room to move, it's got heaps. And there's no really big whales, because Wolf token was originally airdropped to basically everybody. Yeah, so there's no whales. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, as far as meme dog tokens on Solana go, this is probably one of the best choices, simply because it's being traded so much, and there's no big whales, so because of the way that they initially gave out the token, so it certainly has a ways to go. Like even with Samo, which is the biggest one by market cap, I think off the top of my head is about 300 million. Let's have a look. Samo. Market cap of, so there you go, 400 million. So for Woof to get to the market cap of this, it's got a 10x from here. So 400 million for that. Dodge is 35 billion. SHIB is, what's SHIB? 26 billion. So they're in the billions. You know, so I mean, as far as meme coins go, it can certainly go a lot higher than what it is. I don't know that it's going to get to the billion sort of thing. I mean, it really needs to capture the imagination of, you know, lots and lots and lots of people. Floki's another one which is on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. That's got $85 million in trading volume, and that's been doing okay. Like the chart's gone from, what is that, to, so what is that, like a 6x? Yeah, it looks like a 6x. So, but from the very, very bottom, it's, what is that, 3,563x. So 4 months ago, you know, it wasn't even that long ago. Man, really should be paying attention to these moon coins, eh? Chuck in $50, let it ride. Anyway, so that's Woof token. Oh, Floki was on the list. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Floki was on the list. I have to go to Dex Guru if I want to look at Floki. Let's look at it properly. And then we might leave it at that. So, see, this is the Binance Smart Chain. So this is what that BSC means. So Floki on Binance Smart Chain. So its volume has exploded lately. You know, like, so this is where it started, and it's, what is that, 140x? Even from this breakout, it's gone up 5, yeah, about 5. The chart itself is obviously bullish, but it looks like there wants to be like a little pullback. So, you know, if you want to get in on this, you know, wait and buy it around here. It's very bull divvy. It's exhaustion wicks here, so it'll probably come back, may even wick down. So I wouldn't buy it here. I'd wait, just watch it if you want to get in on Floki. Yeah, I think that's it. That's long enough video. How long have we been going for? 45 minutes. All right, yep. That is it. Hopefully that was informative. Right, yep. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.